Hi everyone, it's Nancy Wethington with you presenting another one of my mini books that you can purchase at Button Farm Club. This is exclusive to Button Farm Club, and I just wanted to go through and show you some of the details of the book. Let me back my camera up here a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is the cover, and it has a metal handle with some kind of twisty leaves on it. And this is the original handle that I use, but I painted it white, and while the paint was still semi-wet, I just brushed it off with a rag, a dry rag, so it just left the white showing in the crevices. This will be in your kit. This is from Gypsy Soul Laser Cuts, and it's a wreath with leaves and a little bird at the top. And then this is also in the kit with the wreath, and it's just a little branch with two birds on it. I did paint those and put all of, or covered all of them with Distress Crackle, clear crackle, and then I did cut out little pieces of leftover paper and gave each of the birds little wings and eyes with just some stickles. These are flowers that you'll get in your kit. These are Prima flowers. And then on the binding, isn't that pretty? That's from Gypsy Soul Laser Cuts as well. And I explained to you in the directions when you get your kit how I painted and finished that. Also with crackle. Pretty. And I just wanted to show you while we're on the cover what I do with the flowers on this. These are leftover flowers from your kit. And I wanted them to be, especially this one, a little fuller than what it was. So I pulled off the center, save these little guys, crump this up. Then this one, the second flower, excuse me, goes on top of the first one. I like to wrinkle these. I don't know. I can't help it. And then I glue those two together, and then I take the little stamens from the center of the first flower and glue those in as well. So you have a nice thick flower, and that's how I got this one. So you can do that on yours if you want. I just crushed this second flower up, or third flower I guess I should say, and just kind of shoved it in there with a lot of glue. Also on the cover, there's a little tiny bee and a little tiny ladybug, and I used some glossy accents over those so it would show up a little bit better. And that was an idea from my friend Mary, who said, "Oh, show those bugs off." So on the inside cover, okay, my fingers aren't working. There we go. The inside cover has a side pocket, and I'll show you how I cut this. This is one piece of paper, and I just slit along the edge down to about 1 inch from the bottom and about 1 inch from the top. Left that edge open, no glue, so that I could put tags inside. Then the very first page is a flip. Isn't that pretty? And again, you've seen me do this before. Whatever I use on the cover, I like to use on the inside first page. I just think it gives it some continuity. That's just me. And then if you want to, I used a little decorative edge punch. So if you have a decorative edge punch and you want to do that also, you can, of course. Then the inside, this page, the back of the rose paper is a small brown pattern. And, excuse me, I don't care for real small patterns against real small patterns. So I took a piece of paper, also in your kit, and just cut it out and put that over the brown, and then use the green and a circle that's in your ephemera as a catch-all, little tuck behind, with this bug paper that is actually on, it's either the cover or the back of the paper. Now I can't remember which, but it's just a little strip, so you can use that as a tuck behind also. And then on the flowers, I took another second circle, the same thing, and fussy cut around the flowers and then popped them up just to give some dimension to those. Close that up. We'll turn the page. And this page is a double flip. So you have a right flip and a left flip. And then plenty of room inside for photos, or if you want to just put a plain piece of cardstock in here to do some journaling. And again, this is something you can or can't do. It's up to you, but I use some stickles just to kind of highlight those flowers. I think this paper is beautiful. This is Stamperia Spring Botanic, and it is absolutely gorgeous paper. All these patterns on here remind me of a quilt. Those old-fashioned quilts like grandmas used to do. So here's another piece from the cover, or the back cover. I can't remember which, but you'll get the idea when you see the paper. And I just cut that strip and used it as a side pocket. There's lots of ephemera to tuck inside. Then this one is pretty interactive, actually. This is one of the tags that you'll get in your kit. And I just placed it on some green cardstock. And then a belly band on the bottom, a belly band on the top. If you slip this behind the belly bands, it closes the top flip and the bottom flip. So you don't need any other closures there. And open it up. And there's room for a photo at the top. Beautiful tulip in the middle. And this is another pocket done with a piece of ephemera that's in your kit. And then on this side, we have a flip and a pocket. So this is a card that's in your kit. You'll be able to cut that out and use that as a side flip. Then we're going to create a side pocket. This is a Tim Holtz ornate plate, and we're going to use the word entomology, which is on the kit. Let me bring this up a little closer and you can see it. And then in your kit, I have a sheet of really pretty frames. This is just fussy cut, and you can use this as a frame. And another tag. The next page, I've taken a glassine bag, also in your kit, and folded it to create a pocket, and inserted 3 tags into it. Now on this one, I wanted to show you, you can just, and the directions tell you, just make square tags, but if you are lucky enough to have We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch, I want to show you how to do those to make them look like, I'll grab this real quick, to make them look like recipe cards or whatever. So you start out with the envelope punch, and to get a border on the left side, place the paper or cardstock, whatever you're using, in the center and punch down. That gives you this little guy. See it? Then you take it as far as you want it. I usually do it at about 3.5, but again, it depends on how big my card is. Now I get another divot. So here's what I want to keep. Here's what I want to cut off. Bear with me because this isn't going to be straight. I'm not doing this on my cutter. I'm doing it by hand, which is not good for me. Cut this off. And now I have a file folder or a recipe card, whatever you want to call it. You can even do these in half. And they'll fit in there in a half. Get this, move this, take this, take this, take this, and it slips right in. Mine are just singles, so whatever you want to do, whatever you have enough paper left over to do, I put mine on cardstock and then just used leftover paper and decorated the fronts. And again, I don't do that until I'm finished with my book, because I just want to make sure I have enough paper for my pages. I also put this down on only 3 sides, right, left, and bottom, so that I could stick a tag behind it and get some journaling space. Then we have this adorable bicycle. I had to have this bicycle because it's so cute. And it's all fussy cut. And if I take this, you'll see maybe a little bit better. Whoop. So it's all fussy cut. There's a paper down here, and I'll explain it in your directions, that's only glued on 3 sides again. And that's so when we use this as a tuck behind, the cards that you put in, oh sure, don't do it now when I'm talking about it, will stop at this tuck behind that's way at the bottom. Open this up, and you have 2 more spots for photos or journaling. Then this bird paper. I love this bird. Of course, I love birds, but I think he's so pretty. I don't know if he's a bluebird or what. Blue-green bird. I don't know what he is, but he's pretty. Anyway, this will be an opening, left flap, and then a top flap. And the top flap has space for photos or journaling if you like. And then the inside I've used as made a pocket with journaling cards and tags. And that'll slip in there. And then the right page is tied with a ribbon. Again, all this is included. So this will be a front flip with a tag as a side pocket, and I've slipped 2 more small tags behind it. Close this up, it opens this way with beautiful poppies. And then a doily with the round ephemera again, all included, and some journaling cards and a place for photo. And that's all used as a tuck behind. Then the last page, the right flip, these are frames that are part of the kit. You'll have to fussy cut them, but there's a magnet behind this frame and a magnet that matches behind this frame, so they'll stay together for you. A right flip, a left flip, again, plenty of room for photos. And then the inside back cover has 2 pockets, 2 side pockets with journaling cards and or photo mats. And then for the ephemera, I've used frame that comes in your kit with one of the Prima flowers and a little journaling card behind it, or a little ephemera card, I should say, behind it. And then the back cover is the entomology paper again. So that is the story behind this May 2019 book. Whoop. little piece of cardstock stuck there. I love this paper. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'm just a Stamperia crazy person right now. I can't get enough of their paper. And this would be so good right now at this time of year for gardens. If you have a botanical garden like we do in St. Louis with gorgeous flowers, it's that time of year to take pictures. And I hope you enjoy it. And it's available exclusively at the Button Farm Club. Thank you.